Hi, good morning. This side Pallavi. Today I am here to explain you the most important topic, that is circulatory system. Before moving ahead, let's begin the chapter with an example. Okay, a person who need to travel, who need to transfer from one city to another. What he do? What is the basic requirement of that person? Yes, it's basic requirement that whatever material he have just now, he have to take all the material to that city where he is transferring, because it's a basic requirement. So here the same situation also happens with our body also. For our body, the basic requirements are for the survival, for energy. The basic requirement is food, water, and oxygen. These are the some basic things for the survival of our body. So if it is need, then who is responsible to transport in every part of the body? Someone is responsible, na? Some part of the body also responsible. So here we will read all of these queries in this chapter. So let's begin. Here, circulatory system. Circulatory, the means own shows his meaning that circulations of everything which is necessary for the survival. Okay, so which part of the body important for transport all the material, all the substances? So here, this is our heart and this is our blood vessels that help together, that combine together and form a system known as what? That is circulatory system. Okay, so here are some important points. Let's see. An animal and plants needs energy for survival. Example, food, water and oxygen. These substances transport to each part of the body for functioning properly, and waste also remove out from the body. Blood, heart, blood vessels are function to transport substances and together form what? A circulatory system. So here we will read about all this chapter, all these things. Okay, in the next slide. These circulatory system consist of mainly three parts. Just now we read, this is blood, this is blood vessels, and this is heart. Blood vessels also have the categories, that is arteries, veins and capillaries. When we move on this chapter, we will read all about this. Okay, so first we have to focus on this blood. Okay, before going blood, I will share you one more example. Okay, when we have some problem, we go to doctor, and what doctor prescribed us before going the moving onward, he asked what happened to you. So we said our symptoms. Then what he said, that go and do a total blood count and show me the report. After that I will prescribe you the medicine. Okay, you go to lab, and when you go to lab, one of the person coming out and taking blood from your body, then he said that you have to come in the evening time and take your total blood count, what happened to that. So whenever that blood count we see, we have na all about blood, 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 blood. So what are the blood? What are the major part of the blood? Why it is important? So we read all about this in this chapter. So let's begin here. Blood. Okay, whenever we are moving, sometimes we get stuck, sometimes we fell down. So what happened? We have a wound and a fluid is coming out of the body. What are the fluid? And that is red in color. That is none other than that is our blood. Okay, so blood, if we show that what type of tissue it is a tissue, na? So what type of tissue it is? Because it is from tip to bottom. It is connecting every small to a largest organ even our body. So we can say that it is a connective tissue because this is connecting every part in a manner. So here blood is a fuel, flows in our blood vessels. It is a connective tissue also because it is connecting every part. Okay, now what is the function of the blood? Most important question, it is here. It transports substances like digestive food from small intestine to every part of the body. Whatever food we are taking, okay, so it is going into stomach, and from stomach to small intestine. It is also the major, every part it is break down into simpler form, and after simpler forms it is moving here and there. So with the help of blood, whatever necessary nutrients we required, it is transferred to the blood to every part of the body. Okay, now blood provide pure oxygen and remove carbon dioxide from the body. Okay, and last, blood also regulate our body temperature. So these are the few functions of blood. So now blood, what is blood? How it is made up of? Blood also contains some varieties of cells. Yes, blood also contains some varieties of cells. Just now I told you that doctor prescribed you to test. So after prescription, we saw a list that total blood count, WBCs, RBCs, platelets, etc., etc., etc. Everything given printed in that prescription, and that side we have to show that number of platelets, number of RBCs, number of WBCs, everywhere that is come in blood. So all these things, whatever given there, it is also present and suspended in blood. So here we will see composition and function of blood. Here, blood is composed of a fluid called plasma. किससे composed है? It is a fluid known as what? Plasma, in which different type of cells suspended. Okay, what are the cells? Just now I told you that is RBCs called erythrocytes, WBCs called leukocyte, and last one is platelets, that is thrombocytes. In this picture, in a test tube, we have taken a blood, pure blood. When we centrifuge it, okay, centrifuge, after centrifugation, what we will see, the plasma portion, it is a small little layer of white portion, and last one is red one. So this is upside is plasma, the white portion is WBCs, and last one is erythrocytes. So one by one we will see the function of all that. Okay, here, plasma. What is plasma? Just now I told you that all the cells, that is RBCs, WBCs, is suspended in that. Okay, so what is this plasma? Plasma is a pale yellow color cell fluid. Just now I told you this is a fluid in which all varieties of cells are suspended, means they are rotating in that. It contains 90% of water. Okay, it is made up of 90% of water, and also contains minerals, nutrients, and whatever necessity for the blood, all the things are present in that. Okay, it's all about plasma. Next is RBCs, also called what? Erythrocytes. RBCs is the most important cell in the blood because it has a pigment which is most important requirement for our body. That is what? Hemoglobin. And it is made up of what? It is a protein. Okay. We every time told that we need oxygen for the survival. Okay. So oxygen is not sufficient alone to go everywhere and provide sufficient amount of oxygen, so it needs some help. So when it's combined with them, so it provide adequate and sufficient amount of the body, a cell, and a full of oxygenated and oxygen, that is in the pure form, we will know that oxygenated blood, that is full of oxygen, pure oxygen, and carbon dioxide, that is deoxygenated form, that is impure blood. Okay, so here when the oxygen combined with what? Hemoglobin, that is a protein known as what? Oxyhemoglobin. When it's combined with hemoglobin, it easily circulated all the part of the body and provided adequate amount of oxygen which is required. Okay, now we will see the lifespan also, and every day, every day our body contain how much of RBCs. Let's see. RBC consists of red color pigment known as hemoglobin. It is a protein. Hemoglobins bind with oxygen and transport to every part of the body. When hemoglobin combined with oxygen, called oxyhemoglobin, it is difficult to provide oxygen efficiently to all cells of the body without hemoglobin. The presence of hemoglobin makes blood appear red. Lifespan is 120 days, and our body produce 300 billion new RBCs each day. Okay, so it's all about RBCs. Now next, that is WBCs. What is WBCs? That is white blood cell. They are the soldiers. They are the defense cells that fight against the whatever foreign particles enters in our body. So now whenever we get ill or whenever we get injured, our white blood cell activate. It is always rotate throughout the body, but whenever he saw that something strange is coming in our body, that is the foreign particles, so he defends against them, and it produced antibodies to save from that foreign particles. So we here is that WBC, that is white blood cell, defends against foreign particles that may enter our body. They circulate throughout the body. Lifespan is 5 to 7 days. Okay, so it's all about WBCs. matlab this is our defense cells that fight and that protect us from the dangers that is unknowingly coming in the body and harm us. So it fight against that. So we are called that they are the soldiers of our body. And last one, it's platelets. Sometimes what happened when we fall and we met an accident on that time, we felt injured, we wound. So from that wound, blood is coming out. But after some time, we saw that it's stop and a brown color layer is on that wound. It's covered by a brown color layer. What is they? They are the platelets that are present in our blood that uh, um, that make a clot there, so that the bleeding gets stopped, and bleeding gets stopped, and we get cure from that material, that the harmful bleeding that is continuously flowing. So it cause unconscious stage. So the platelets are responsible that stopping the bleeding and protect us from that danger zone. Okay, so here platelet are small colorless fragment cells in our body that form clot and prevent bleeding, and the lifespan is 10 days. So it's all about the blood. So just take a quick review. We had read about the circulatory system, means the transport of material in our body. Next one, we just see the three part main consisting for the circulatory system, that is our heart, blood and blood vessels. In the next slide, we show our blood. It is a fluid, it is a connective tissue, and it composed of a plasma. And in that varieties of cells suspended, that is WBCs, RBCs and platelets. So it's all about that. Thank you.